Hey everyone, it's Brandy and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing my August book haul, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to put it in a title, but if I don't, just in case I don't, I think this is my biggest book haul. Oh no, I don't think. I'm pretty sure, like 99.9% sure that this is like my biggest book haul ever. I thought my June and July book haul was going to be my biggest, but in August I managed to get more books than I got in 2 months, so it's just kind of ridiculous, but I have them now. I'm probably going to try to go on a book buying ban, or like limit myself to what I get to new releases or books that I know I'm going to pick up as soon as I get. But I think I said that last month or in July as well, and that didn't end up happening. Before I get into the books that I bought in August, I did want to briefly mention this little thing. I bought a journal from Amazon, and this actually isn't the pattern that I ordered, but I got it and I didn't really feel like trying to message the seller and have it to send it back just to get the one I wanted, so I just went ahead and kept it. But I got this journal to record quotes from books that I read. I did receive 2 books this month. The first one that I received is The Keeper's Vow by Francina Simone, and this is the first book in the Guardians trilogy, and this book actually comes out tomorrow, September 6th. I am going to try to post this video by the end of today, which is Monday, September 5th. And this book comes out tomorrow, September 6th. So if you haven't pre-ordered it, you guys should go ahead and definitely check it out. Also check out her channel because she does have a YouTube channel. I will make sure to link her channel in the description. The next book I received is My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry by Fredrik Backman, and I received this because I am a host for BookTube Tours, and BookTube Tours is hosted by Grace over at Loving Them Books. So thank you for this opportunity. There is also going to be a giveaway for this book, so I will leave all of that information down in the description box as well as the author's social media. So make sure to check that out if you're interested. Okay, so now I'm moving on to the books that I bought in August. Yeah, first book that I picked up in August was Food Wars Volume 13, and I have already read this. The next book that I picked up in August was Nevernight by J. Kristoff, and this is the first book in the Nevernight Chronicles, I think this trilogy is called. In the August Owl Crate, I got P.S. I Like You by Casey West. And now I'm going to get into the books that I got from Amazon. I actually thought I had more books from Amazon, but I think most of these are not. Okay, so the first book is Stolen Songbird by Daniel L. Jensen, and I heard quite a few people talking about this. I think the first person that I heard talk about it was Reagan over at Peruse Project, and it sounded really interesting, so I wanted to check it out. And lately I've been seeing more people read it, and it's been getting really good reviews, so I picked it up, obviously. The next one I have is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness, and I have been seeing a lot of people talk about this one as well. Next book I have is Unite Me by Tahira Mafi, and this is actually the bind up of her novellas Destroy Me and Fracture Me for the Shatter Me series. I also picked up Monster Volume 1 by Naoki Urasawa. I think that's how you say that. And the last book in this first box from Amazon that I have is a bind up of The Giver Quartet by Lois Lowry, and I really don't have anything to say about this. I read the first book twice actually. I read it in 7th and 8th grade, and I enjoyed it both times I read it, but I never knew that it was a series. So since I found out, I've been really wanting to read the rest of the series, but I never got around to getting it. The next box I have here is just one purchase. It's technically 3 books, but it's a box set, and I finally decided to pick up the Hunger Games box set, and I picked up this pretty foiled edition of the series. I can see it reflected off the walls and stuff, but they all have this nice pretty cover. So I have the Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay, and I only read this entire series once, and it was years ago. I think it was after my freshman year of college. I ended up getting all the books on my e-reader at the time, and I read like straight through them, and I don't really remember most of it. So I decided to go ahead and pick this up so I can reread the series. And now we're moving into the last segment of this book haul, which is book outlet. I was doing so good because I went, I think, 2 months. I went 2 or 3 months without making any orders from book outlet. And this month, I made 4 different orders from book outlet. I'm going to go into, this is the first order. So the first book in this box is The Collector by Victoria Scott. And I believe this is the first book in the, it says a Dante Walker novel. And I know this is part of a series, but this is the first book in that series. The next one that I have here is Winter Spell by Claire Legrand. And I've been seeing this around mostly in older videos that I've been watching, but I have seen a few people pick this up recently. Sounded interesting. I saw it on there. It was only a few bucks. I picked it up. Pretty much all of my book outlet orders. The next one I have here is a manga, and this is called Neck and Neck by Lee Sun-hee. The next one I have here is Angel and Armani by Melanie Scott. And this is another, I believe this is another new adult type book. And the next book I got was Across the Universe by Beth Brevis. And this is in the new covers. I decided to go ahead and get the one in the new cover, even though I'm pretty sure they had the old covers, because the last book in the series has the old cover. And although I don't really like these, I wanted, if I do end up liking the series and continue on with it, I do want my series to match because I'm that person. And the last book that I have in this first book outlet order is The Girl at Midnight by Melissa Gray. Yeah, this one I spent less than $20 on, so it wasn't completely terrible. But the first book that I got was The Grown Up by Gillian Flynn, and this is a short story. I'm sure everybody has at least heard of the author if they haven't seen the story around. The next book I have is The Best Kind of Broken by Chelsea Fine. And like I said, new adult novel, and it's actually a quote on it from Cora Carmack. And this is the author of the book Losing It, or the Losing It series, or however that's called. And I really enjoyed that. So I figured if she had good things to say about this, then I would go ahead and check it out. The next one I have here is The Edge of Never by J.A. Redmersky, and another new adult book. And the last book in this box is The Edge of Always, which is the second book in this series duology. I don't really know exactly how that works out, but this is also by J.A. Redmersky. This is the second to last box, by the way, so I'm almost done. First book that I have in this box is The Thief by Megan Wayland Turner, and I've seen a few people talking about this. The next one I picked up was The Sacred Lives of Minna Bly by Stephanie Oakes, and the next 2 books I picked up are part of a duology. And the first one is Anna Dressed in Blood by Kendar Blake. And the second one is Girl of Nightmares, also by Kendar Blake. And the next book that I have in here is The Imposter Queen by Sarah Fine. And this is actually one of the books that I put, if you follow my blog, this is one of the books I put on my it was either a Waiting on Wednesday post, or it was in one of my anticipated reads posts. The last book that I have in this box is The Dark Days Club by Allison Goodman. So the first one that I have here right on top is called Screwdriver by Alice Clayton. I picked this one up. I've seen it around, and I was considering getting it on for my Kindle, but it was only $1.49, and I was just under $1 short to receive the promotional deal. The next book I have here is actually A Gathering of Shadows by V.E. Schwab, and this is the second book in the, I think it's the Darker Shade of Magic series. Not really sure if that's what the series is called, but I also got the first book in the series from Book Outlet, and when I saw that they had this on there, I figured I might as well go ahead and get it. The next two books that I picked up are part of a series. I have Kinslayer and Endsinger by Jay Kristoff, and this is the second and third book in his Lotus War series. The next book that I picked up is actually more of a collection, I guess you could say, and this is Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales. The next book I picked up was Firefight by Brandon Sanderson, and this is book 2 in the Reckoner series. The next book that I have in this box is Riders by Veronica Rossi. And the last book that I have in here that I finally picked up is also a collection of stories. And this is My True Love Gave to Me, 12 Holiday Stories, edited by Stephanie Perkins. If it is not too late for you when you're watching this, let me know some of the books that you got in August. Also, let me know if you read any of these books. Let me know, non-spoiler thoughts, of course. But thank you for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.